Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we are plunging into something huge, the rapidly evolving world of cyber threats, specifically on TikTok. One of the internet's most popular platforms, maybe one we don't always think about in terms of security. So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to unpack the specific vulnerabilities, the weak spots hackers are actually exploiting on TikTok.
Yeah, and really dig into why these threats are getting, well, frankly, more sophisticated.
Exactly. And then the crucial part, we want to equip you with some real, actionable strategies, things you can actually do to safeguard your personal info, your accounts. We've looked at a whole range of sources here, comprehensive reports on TikTok threats, insights from security researchers, industry leaders, trying to get the full picture. Because this isn't just about protecting, I don't know, your fun videos or whatever. It's really about protecting your digital life. Okay, let's unpack this. When I think TikTok, my first thought is always like viral dances, funny skits, that kind of thing.
Sure, absolutely.
So hearing it's a prime target for hackers.
That feels like a bit of a disconnect. Why is a platform that feels so light and fun so attractive to cyber criminals?
That's a really great question. And it kind of gets right to the heart of it. What's interesting is, as TikTok's user base just exploded.
Huge numbers, yeah.
Right. Especially with a lot of younger users who, often feel pretty comfortable sharing quite a bit online.
Not open, yeah.
Exactly. And that massive audience, combined with the fact that for many, their phone is their main connection, their main communication tool, well, that makes those mobile accounts, those passwords, incredibly valuable targets. It becomes sort of low-hanging fruit. And we really need to stress this isn't just like kids messing around anymore. We're talking sophisticated cyber criminal groups.
Right.
Often well-funded, educated hackers. They go after high-profile accounts sometimes, which then creates this ripple effect, drawing in more users who might then become targets themselves. It's quite organized.
That's a pretty chilling thought. When I hear cyber threats, my mind often still jumps to, that dodgy email link or something.
Classic phishing attempt.
Yeah, exactly. But you said these criminals are incredibly sophisticated now. What does that actually look like on a platform like TikTok? Is it fundamentally different?
It really is. You're hitting on a crucial shift there. One of the biggest things we're seeing now is the rise of something called zero-click vulnerabilities.
Zero click. Okay, what does that mean? Like literally no clicking involved.
Exactly. Think about it normally. Your security kind of depends on your own vigilance, right? Did you click the bad link? Did you download the weird file?
Right, you had to make a mistake.
Precisely. With zero-click, a hacker could potentially gain control of your account just through something like a direct message landing on your TikTok app. You don't have to click anything at all.
Wow.
It totally changes the game for user defense because it takes user error out of the equation, mostly. The attack can be completely invisible until it's too late.
Okay, that's definitely next level.
And beyond that, security researchers have flagged other vulnerabilities too. For instance, there have been findings about how TikTok handles certain external messages, maybe from a linked app or even just a specially crafted notification. It could potentially allow hackers to monitor bits of user information, maybe user activity. It's like leaving a little window open unintentionally. And we absolutely have to talk about the risks with third-party apps. Those apps you connect to TikTok?
Oh yeah, the quizzes, the editing tools.
Exactly. When you grant them permission to access your data, you might be opening up quite a significant doorway for potential compromise if that app isn't secure.
So, okay, we have these super advanced, almost invisible zero-click attacks. Scary stuff. But are the older methods the ones we are more familiar with, like phishing? Are they still a problem on TikTok? Or have they kind of faded away?
Oh, they are absolutely still out there. And worryingly, they've evolved too. Phishing expeditions, as they're sometimes called, are definitely still in play. Tricking users into giving up their login details or clicking malicious links. That's classic for a reason. It still works.
Right.
But now we're seeing this really alarming new twist. AI-powered scams.
AI? How does that work?
They're using AI-generated videos. Imagine not just a text message, but a highly realistic-looking video, maybe offering free apps, free services, something tempting, all designed to lure you in, get you to click or download something that gives them system access.
Oh, AI videos.
Yeah, and what's really concerning is how it plays on trust. We naturally tend to trust what we see and hear, right? These AI videos make it much harder to spot the red flags.
Because it looks and sounds real.
Exactly. And the consensus among experts is that this kind of approach is only going to increase its effective.
It really does seem to come down to trust, doesn't it?
In many ways, yes.
And speaking of trust, this whole platform, TikTok, it brings up even bigger questions for some people, right? Beyond just individual accounts being hacked, there are these broader, you could even say geopolitical concerns swirling around it. What's going on there? What does that all mean?
Yeah, that definitely raises some important and pretty complex questions about things like data sovereignty and national security. For anyone listening who isn't familiar, data sovereignty basically means that digital data is subject to the laws of the country where it's collected or stored.
Okay.
So with TikTok, because user data could potentially be accessed in China, various countries have voiced pretty significant concerns. They worry about the potential for the Chinese government to access user data, maybe even manipulate the content people see.
And this isn't just talk, right? Some places have taken action.
That's right. Some jurisdictions have actually put restrictions on using platform, maybe banning it on government devices, things like that. Now, it's really important here to stress, we're reporting on these concerns that have been raised by various sources. We're not taking a side on the politics of it.
Right, just laying out the landscape.
Exactly. But it's part of the broader conversation around TikTok, these serious questions about its ownership and how user data is handled globally.
Okay, so we've got these incredibly sophisticated attacks, these zero clicks, the AI scams, plus these bigger geopolitical questions. It honestly feels a bit overwhelming. Like, what chance do we stand? But seriously, there are things we can actually do to protect ourselves, right? Let's get practical. What steps can listeners take, like right now?
Absolutely. And this is the most important part, really, because while the threats are getting smarter, there are definitely solid defenses you can put up. The core protective measures are, thankfully, quite straightforward, but you have to actually do them.
Okay, like what?
First off, use a strong, unique login and password for TikTok. And when I say unique, I mean unique. Don't reuse the password you use for your email, your bank, anything else. If one account gets compromised, you don't want a domino effect.
Makes sense. What else?
Second, and this is crucial, turn on two-factor authentication, 2FA.
Right, the code texted to your phone or from an app.
Exactly. It might feel like an extra step, but it's a huge barrier for hackers. Even if they somehow get your password, they're likely stopped cold. Without that second piece of proof, it's really you.
Okay, strong, unique password, 2FA enabled. Got it.
Third, think about how much personal info you're sharing. Limit what you put in your profile, in your comments. The less public data there is about you, the harder it is for someone to say, guess your security questions, or socially engineer their way into your account. Every little detail can be a clue.
Good point. Less is more.
Fourth, be incredibly cautious with links, especially from unnamed sources or indirect messages. Just don't click on unfamiliar links, period, no matter how tempting that offer looks.
Assume it's suspicious until proven otherwise.
Pretty much, yeah. And finally, make sure your contact info, like your email or phone number linked to the account, is up to date. And importantly, set the system to send you security alerts. That way, if someone tries to log in or change things, you get notified immediately.
Okay, that's a solid checklist.
It is. And look, while TikTok is aware of vulnerabilities, they do things like store some user data on secure cloud servers. They have dedicated security teams working on this. Ultimately, proactive protection by you, the user, is absolutely paramount. These steps are your personal shield.
It really does sound like this fight against cybercrime isn't something we can win just on our own as individual users.
No, definitely not.
It feels like it has to be this collective effort involving the platforms themselves, users, and external security experts, too. It's not a battle you fight alone.
It's absolutely a multi-front battle. And it goes beyond just us as individuals. Think about businesses, organizations using social media. They need protection, too. And that's where you see the commitment from industry leaders. Take Sharon Knowles, for instance, the CEO of Vinci Cybersecurity. She put it very directly, saying, the ability to protect everyone from cybercriminals is the #1 goal of Vinci Cybersecurity.
Okay.
She goes on, we continue to be diligent in our efforts to inform all regarding the cyber threats on social media. TikTok hackers have been on the rise as they see the platform as an easy target. We will assist our clients in combating against these cyber threats.
So companies like Vinci are actively working on this.
Exactly. Her statement really highlights how specialized cybersecurity firms are in the trenches, helping clients, whether individuals or businesses, navigate these really complex, constantly changing threats. It emphasizes that need for constant vigilance, not just for your personal account, but across the board, especially for businesses that need, consistent monitoring of their social media presence.
Right, it's an ongoing process.
Yep.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. TikTok's immense popularity, well, it makes it a magnet for hackers, that's clear. And the threats aren't simple anymore. We're talking sophisticated stuff, like those zero-click attacks where you do nothing wrong, and these deeply deceptive AI scams.
Mm-hmm. Very tricky stuff.
And this is the important, but understanding these threats, knowing what's out there, really does empower you. It means you can take those clear, actionable steps we talked about, the strong passwords, 2FA, being cautious, and turn that knowledge into your best defense.
Precisely. In this super connected world we live in, being digitally literate, being proactive about your security, it's not just like a good habit anymore. It's really an essential tool. It's how you navigate the online world safely, how you protect your digital self. Knowing the how and the why of these threats is genuinely your first line of defense.
Absolutely. So, as we wrap up, here's maybe a final thought to leave you with. Given how incredibly fast these cyber threats evolve, I mean, who knows what we'll be talking about next year? What responsibility do we have as users? Beyond just locking down our own accounts, should we be pushing these platforms like TikTok for even greater transparency, even stronger built-in security? What's our collective role in shaping a safer digital space? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope it was helpful, and we encourage you, as always, to keep exploring, keep asking questions, and stay informed.